two. No, hold on. Hold on. It's two.
Beliefs. It's wrestling. What's going on, everybody? My name is Mike Gambino, and I'm here with Mike Perez, also known as Cross. There it is. And our boy Chris Santiago, also known as the Prodigy. I threw that
Prodigal son.
No, the Prodigal Son. The Prodigal Son.
Get it
And
right.
we are here at Inside the 20 by 20, episode 10. We made it to episode 10. It's been a great ride up until now. So, guys, how do you feel about being on episode? It's episode 10. What are you guys feeling? What are you guys feeling right now?
I'm feeling hurt.
Hurt.
I'm bothered.
And it's because we're old, man. Joints are killing me too.
And it's not even that. It's because it's only episode 10. I was hoping this was episode 100.
Soon we'll get there. We'll get to episode 100. It'll take a little bit of time. We need to be doing this a lot more.
Let's revisit this conversation when we hit episode 100.
True, but hey,
by then I'll be dead.
Well, at the rate we're going at an episode every other week at this point, we're trying to be consistent. At least we are trying our best to be consistent.
We were good for 3 weeks straight,
and we were good when we first started too. We were good for a couple. You know what it is? Let's be real. We're older.
Life.
We got life playing into. Life plays a big part of it. Chris, what else? What else do you got going on?
Shoot, what else do I have going on? Work's going on.
It's fur baby.
The fur baby is a big thing. Yep.
The fur baby, the wifey. I mean,
the baby.
Together, the whole shebang, man.
The baby's a big thing too.
She bangs.
You got engaged. We got a lot of big things happening.
Yeah, man.
Collecting shit.
Speaking of age.
Oh boy, here we go.
Do you realize that next month I will be hitting a milestone?
Ooh, what is it? 45?
And I am not
50?
looking forward to it.
50? 55?
40.
Really?
40.
Only 40?
40.
You're looking like, Gandalf the Grey over there.
I wish.
Hold on. Let me take a second here, because Cross is out here looking like a young stud. I don't want to hear none of this Gandalf shit.
Listen, I got the Mr. Sheffield going on. I got the silver streak, up top.
No, you can see some of the gray in the beard.
You got the gray going down middle. That's good. I like it.
Yeah.
At least you guys have hair.
Chris over here is a spring chicken. At least you grow a beard, man. Like what?
I don't have hair. I'm normally bald.
Yeah, but is it because of circumstance, or do you choose to keep it bald?
Oh,
I choose to keep it bald.
He chooses.
That's the thing. You choose to keep it bald.
Well, so hold on. It's not that I choose to keep it bald. It's the circumstance around it, because right here in the middle,
bald.
It's all going away.
There's a W in that bald.
I only have because I only get this right now. Oh, my dog wants to be a part of the show, guys.
Hey, yo.
Hey,
Bingo can be part. Bingo can be part of it.
Bingo is part of everything.
All right, so hold on. Chris, you went to Raw. How was it? Rated 1 to 10.
I did.
And legitimately give it a rating.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I might get heat for it because all the WWE fans are, and rightfully so, they're on a nice coattail with all the awesome episodes.
That they are.
I would personally give it a 6.5 or a 7.
Ooh, that's.
See, me watching from home, I would have given it a 5.
Okay. Well, so the audience last night, and I'll make this note: Fort Lauderdale, y'all showed out, which is great. Because Florida typically, especially like Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, whenever wrestling does come here, it's usually not that crazy because we're not a wrestling city.
Yeah.
We're not a Boston, we're not a Chicago, we're not a Seattle, Washington.
Football. You like the football.
We like the football. We like the football, and we like the Dolphins, and we like the Heat.
Well, your first problem is the Dolphins.
That's true. The Dolphins are pretty.
I never said I was a fan. That's you assuming. I never said I was a fan.
No, you brought it up.
Name off our top roster right now.
I don't know.
Listen, I don't even look at me. I don't know any sports other than wrestling and soccer.
All things considering, I would rather you root for the Dolphins than the Jaguars.
True.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna root for the Jags. I would much sooner.
Come on, man.
I would much sooner cheer.
Tony Khan.
I would much rather cheer for the Jets than I would for the Jets.
Whoa, nobody cheers for the Jets. Not even the Jets.
Yeah.
There's a chant that we used to do here. JETS suck, suck, suck.
That sounds about right. I'm sorry, Jet fans out there.
Yeah, that does.
But
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Anyway, back to Raw last night.
Yes, back to Raw.
Raw was okay. Raw was good. I give it that rating because I feel like it didn't necessarily progress any big story except for Drew and Punk, which is fine. You know, we had that major drop.
Well, that's not necessarily true. I think they moved forward with the Judgment Day story.
They did. They definitely did with that. I do like that they gave us the little tease with like an actual Dom versus Damian match. Like everyone anyone knows that match was never going to either one get started or two end in a clean finish.
No.
So it was the former. And with the former, match never even got started. Judgment Day came out, saw it, kicked all their butts, went in, and then once Rhea got in the picture, Liv came out, helped out, and then we saw the rest of the stuff. So yes, I will give it that it did progress that story. The only thing I will say also, just as a fan perspective, that I was a little personally disappointed at was no real Jey Uso presence. Because that guy gets a huge pop wherever he goes nowadays, and there were a bunch of people.
I wonder why though.
But if you haven't noticed, he hasn't been on TV much as of late.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a secret injury.
Okay.
You think?
Maybe.
That's the only. So you have someone who's actually
competing next week, but he's competing next week now.
Supposedly,
right? But
right now he is.
Yeah, like my thing is like you have someone who can come out and hype the crowd up. You know what I'm saying? And do XYZ, and you have him off TV. You have him do a cameo in this person's segment or whatever. Mm-hmm. There has to be a reason.
Which is fine. I mean, he did a backstage promo with Jackie, and it was very Jey Uso, very him. Crowd was into it. I just felt a little bad because not only myself and Sophia were looking forward to hopefully seeing him, but there were like kids all around us with Yeet signs and Jey Uso signs, and I was like, man, I just feel bad for them now because they're not going to be able to do the whole thing. Which again, you can't expect it every single week, and I understand that being a weekly pro wrestling show, but just it's one of those things where I would hope that they would put a little effort to getting him in the card, whether it is just an in-ring, because he could have done that promo backstage in the ring. He could have done that in the ring. It would have been just fine. True. But
I was hoping he would have came out for the Judgment Day segment to help out Damian since they're not boys.
You know, I've been hearing that left and right. But what other than the whole Rhea and him flirting online, what other cause is there for him to come out and help?
Well, no, because him and Damian are supposedly boys behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've seen their interactions. They're friendly.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Plus, they need the backup because there's one guy versus four. I don't know.
I was going to say also because, like, at the house show they had the night before in Lakeland, Florida, they released a clip on it, too. It was all over Twitter, and I think they even posted it, where Jay had a match with, I forget who, but he was either helping out or he was teaming with Damian Priest. And after the match ended, he gave a little speech afterwards, talking about, the other Wild Samoans passing, unfortunately. But then he started giving Damian a bunch of praise.
Gotcha.
I understand that those aren't technically canon to what's actually broadcasted on TV, but it's just those are always things where they kind of like lay the foundation and they kind of test the waters.
Yeah,
but it is bound to play out. We're bound to see Rhea and Jay have their own little thing going on.
No.
You don't think that's gonna happen?
I don't think so.
You don't think they're just friendly?
I mean, Rikishi made it clear he doesn't want no one putting his son's marriage on the line.
Listen, man, like yo, Dad, Dad, I'm 30-something years old. Dad, leave me alone. Listen, Rikishi, man, if you're listening, love your legacy. Let the man be. It's just work. He's working.
Well, technically,
Uncle Keith, tell me how it is. Uncle Keith, save the man's marriage.
Technically, isn't Keith the head of the table now?
I don't know.
He always came to the ring usually with the Ula Fala.
He did.
No. What I'm saying is with the passing of both Alpha and Sika, wouldn't he be the elder of the Samoan wrestling tribe?
Is he?
There's no other older wrestler than Rikishi right now.
That's a good question. I don't know.
And you know what's great is that they could actually use him now in the stories because I'm pretty sure they couldn't call.
Well, what do you think? He's been freaking getting involved with everything on Twitter. He wants to be involved.
That's exactly what
he wants. He's trying to get himself reeled in right now.
Like I honestly, So hypothetically, if, and I know I'm going ahead, but if Solo versus Roman does happen, and Solo does beat Roman, who would actually, from the Samoan tribe, give him the Ulafala? It would have to be Keish. There's no one else.
There is no one else.
True.
Yeah. Because the Wild Samoans were the ones who bestowed Roman
With it
Right.
years and years ago.
years ago.
Yeah.
No, he's right.
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point, Cross. So, all right, we talked about bracelets. I mean, we talked about necklaces, right? And bracelets. Well, not we didn't talk about bracelets yet, but we know WWE is selling jewelry to us right now. It's bracelets and necklaces. So let's go on to the bracelet. What are you thinking? What do you think with Punk and Drew? Is this the last match? Do you think? You think they're gonna push to another one? I don't know.
This storyline's gonna keep going
for a while.
Now
right?
that Seth is hurt again.
I see it. Yeah, it's the only thing keeping Raw alive right now, technically, other than the Judgment Day.
Well, no, it's the only thing keeping Punk relevant.
Yeah, you're right.
I think no. I think Punk will be relevant no matter what because he's CM Punk.
True.
But
what I'm saying relevant is that storyline-wise, they have nothing for him right now besides the feud with McIntyre and Seth. But now that Seth's written off TV, you have to put him back. You have to put the focus back on Drew because you can't really steer Punk into something else without much explanation.
But I don't think they would get him off of Drew anyway because, and I've said this from the get-go, that feud was always going to be a trilogy. It needed to be a trilogy. Because you can't have just one match and call that one done.
True.
That was going to be a thing where Drew won this one, Punk's going to win this next one, and then there's going to be a rubber match.
So who do you think is going to come? Who's going to come out at the very end, though?
Oh,
at the very you think at the very end? Who's coming out on top?
I want to see the rematch happen, and then for the third match, I wanted to see 2 out of 3. With stipulations.
Okay. Well, he is bringing up AJ a lot. Drew is bringing up AJ a lot now.
Well, because it's his talking point against him.
Right. So she's bound to make a return.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
So
really?
What's interesting thing, I think he was teasing it yesterday when he said he had an announcement. Even though the stupid strap around his neck, we all knew it, but the way he was teasing it was like, yeah, I think maybe my wife's coming back.
By the way, you heard it first on Inside the 20x20 on Instagram. Thank you for our on the ground reporter, Chris Santiago. Continue.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe he's trying to convince her his old slide way, saying, "Hey, look at the fans love you. We can make a little bit extra scratch."
Yeah, true. Maybe.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah. And they don't have heels anymore, right? Heels is no longer on Stars. Like they canceled season 3, or it didn't get renewed for season 3 or whatever it is.
No, but she's doing her own acting stuff, and then on top of that, also isn't she helping manage Women of Wrestling?
No, she quit.
Oh,
she
quit a while ago. Yeah,
crosses on the
I remember that. Okay.
Yeah, she was commentating and she was a producer. She quit.
Mm-hmm. I remember that, but okay. Wow.
Oh, yeah. We learn something new every day here at Inside the 20x20.
Inside the 20x20.
All right, so then going on to what about? All right, hold on. This is a good one. Wyatt 6. Am I the only one who, just because I love Bray and I have so much love for Bray, I have a lot of faith in this, but I feel like it's dying off.
Oh, it is dying off.
It's dying off. The mystique is dying off.
See, the problem is that they introduced everybody.
Yeah.
Like, we all knew who they were.
Yeah.
Don't introduce their backstory. Don't put them out there. Like, once that happened, you took the mystique away from them. You made them human.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm literally at a loss right now. Like, next week's Bray's year 1, is a 1 year anniversary of his passing. And I feel like this should be the hottest thing in wrestling in total. But then after watching Raw last night, I was like, it's kind of dying
it's falling off.
Yeah.
So I got 2 thoughts on that. The first one is, as much as I love Chad Gable and I love everything he's been doing, I don't think he was the right first feud for them. That's number 1.
Okay.
And number 2, and I'm gonna paraphrase Bully Ray. Shout out to the Busted Open podcast because he also gives great insight on that because he made a very good point with this.
I love the Busted Open podcast.
Yeah, they're dope.
I love that crew. I love that crew entirely.
That's the only reason why I keep my serious.
Shout out to Sirius Satellite. Shout out to Sirius Satellite Radio. If you want to sponsor us or you want us to get on Sirius Satellite Radio, please email inside the 20x20 at gmail.com. That's inside the 20x20 at gmail.com. 20 BY20. Continue. Sorry. Had to plug that.
Okay. Of course. Plug it all the time. And
Giggity.
Bully had mentioned that he thinks that they messed up the moment that they had the Wyatt Six come out from Gorilla.
Yes,
I saw that. Yeah.
Because they made a whole point to end an episode of Raw with the Wyatt Six making their big debut.
Taking everybody out.
By literally unaliving some people in backstage in Gorilla and all that stuff.
True.
So why do you have them then come out of Gorilla when they make an entrance?
True.
Yeah, they should have came out to the fans.
That's what he was saying to do. He was saying to have them come out through the fans, and you don't know where they're going to appear next. They could appear in the 300s, the 400s, could be floor level, could be 200s.
But always put the door in front of the Titantron. Leave the door there.
You don't even need that.
I love the door. The door is like its own character, though.
That's 6.
That's 6, yeah.
The door.
But yeah, I feel like it's definitely has died off a little bit. The mystique around it is kind of slowed down. Who's winning? Who do you think's going to win the feud? Is it going to be American Made or is it going to be the Wyatt Six?
No, it's going to be the Wyatt Six.
You think it's going to be the Wyatt Six? Then it's going to kill Gable's run too, because Gable was hot.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
No. Just taking an L doesn't mean you lose you don't lose your streak because you take one L in a feud. Like that doesn't kill your run. If it does, then you were never doing great in the first place.
I don't know. Maybe I'm going to be a little too. I don't know. I'll agree to disagree on that one.
I just also get, and I'll admit it, I get a little triggered when I hear that being thrown around where it's, oh, this person lost, they're getting buried, they're losing momentum. Like, no, they're not. It's a chapter in a story. The whole point of WWE mainly is it's telling stories. So you don't get buried and you don't lose your momentum because you took an L in a feud when it was written out for you to never win in the first place. Like Chad, he probably won't win this feud, and that'll be okay because he's still going to be Chad Gable.
I feel like they could have used other people to elevate the Wyatt Six and let Chad continue on his streak and on his heel turn.
Now that I will agree with.
Like they could have used other wrestlers to elevate them because Chad was already doing something fantastic.
Right, but who do you get to elevate them?
Because it needs to be,
look at the roster. Look at the roster. Who do you get?
How about somebody new? How about somebody they just pulled up from the draft? Why not? Why not?
Why?
Make something up.
So you want them to take someone who was more or less in their indie scene, because that's what NXT is, their version of the indie scene, and do what? Bully them? Abuse them?
Why not? We've seen it before.
Because what you're talking about, your fear with Chad Gable would happen to these kids who then start off rocky. Because the whole point of, so take Odyssey Jones, for example. What they're doing with him, number one, and I'll mention this also from last night in Fort Lauderdale. That was a fantastic match that they had. Hold on.
You're right. You guys are both right. Perfect then. Instead of American Made, New Day. Then have New Day turn on each other.
See, that could have made a little sense.
No.
Because everyone's saying they're going to turn on each other. Why not have the New Day break up and then the Wyatt Six go after the New Day or Kofi?
I would have liked it if they went after Karrion Kross's crew.
There you go.
I think that'll be in the future though, because I see that being the next kind of like feud for them because that'll be the next step up.
Right. But I think they should have started with them and then gone after Chad Gable.
Because what? Chad was going after the IC title, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what now?
But even he said...
what's going on there?
Well, no, his thing was he wanted to drop the dead weight that was the Alpha Academy, which he did successfully when he got with the Creed brothers, and now with Ivy Nile. So now he has his new faction that's quote unquote his vision per se of what he wanted Alpha Academy to be. So you still have that kind of that little storyline that he's
It's
that he wrapped
demure.
up.
It's
Right.
demure.
It helped him get his new stable.
Hold on, pause. I want to be known that the host of the show just said demure on the pod.
Listen, I don't even know what that TikTok trend is about, but it pisses me off every time I see it. It gets me so angry.
Was it like very smooth? Was it very smooth, very demure? Whatever
Yeah, something like that. Very, very whatever. But see, I could see, but like for me, it's like, yo, I would have loved to see Chad beat Sammy, win the IC title, have a great title run, and then then Chad versus Braun for the IC title.
No, you know what?
You think Chad is going to take it from Braun?
No, because Braun needed to take it off of a face.
Yep.
Because his whole thing was he's a badass.
All right, I see that. Okay, all right.
He's a villain slash anti-hero.
I rarely admit it when I'm wrong, but I'm not wrong right now. But I rarely admit it.
Oh. You had me in the first half.
You admit you wasn't wrong.
All right, so Roman in the Bloodline now. Let's just jump right into Roman in the Bloodline. What do you... Finally, Roman shows being weak, and he loses. He gets his ass beat. Gets his ass handed to him. Finally, right? But how do you think Jacob's the only worthy person to beat him?
Jacob is his kryptonite.
So I was going to say the exact same thing.
Really feeling Jacob's the kryptonite, huh?
Yes. Jacob, if we're putting this as superhero terms, Jacob is Roman's doomsday.
Ooh.
There you go.
Because he's the only guy that has successfully, in the last 4 years on TV, that they've shown to just destroy Roman.
Other than Cody. But even Cody had issues. Even Cody needed help.
He didn't destroy him.
Yeah.
That's true. He even needed help. But see, that's what killed me too, right? Like, that was one thing that upset me. Like, you have the WWE champion, Cody Rhodes, week in, week out, just getting his ass handed to him. Right. People coming out to help, and he just keeps getting his ass handed to him. Roman comes back week 1, takes everybody out except for Jacob. Jacob wasn't there for it. But, like, how are you going to take, like, I'm glad Roman got his ass beat, because you can't keep someone, I don't know, for somebody, making him Superman is not it for me.
I mean, they did it for Goldberg.
And I was against it then. But you go tell a Roman fan.
They did it for Cena.
Yeah, but Cena was still but Cena didn't hold the championship for friggin' 1,300 days. He defended it and lost it and won it. So even Super Cena had issues, right?
I mean, but who's to say Roman's actually going to get the title back?
No, I'm not talking about getting the title back. I'm just talking about being that immovable object, being that much of a wrecking force to be reckoned with. Well,
he's been presented for the last 4 years as a wrecking ball as the tribal chief. Like, why all of a sudden stop it just because he's a babyface?
Because you got 5 people beating the shit out of you. He came back from Cena beating him up. He came back from, Jimmy coming out to help Cody. He came back from The Undertaker. The Undertaker was the final straw for Cody to win, right? Like, you had all those superstars, rather, they're a little bit older.
Well, you have to remember,
but still, you had all those superstars come out.
If you want to get technical about all that, especially at Mania 40, you have to look at it from also a perspective of a lot of the run-ins, they were not even against Cody or Roman. They were always kind of against each other.
Pretty much. Yep.
So Solo came in, he did take down Cody, yes, but that was always fine. Cena comes out, Cena takes down Solo. Rock comes out, Rock takes down Cena. He has his attention to Cody, and then Undertaker comes out. Undertaker gets him, that's it. So technically, the only reason why Roman lost, still, it wasn't because of the interferences. He still lost to Cody. You can make an argument that distracted him enough.
Ooh, Chris, I like that. I like it. Clip that one. That's a clip and a half. Put it everywhere.
I want that
but
tag.
It's true.
I want it on TikTok.
That's true, though. You're 100% right on that. It is right. But, so then that even furthers my point, though, that Roman should not have been able to take out all of the Bloodline 2.0. Team Bloodline.
Look at who he took out. You have
Tama,
you have Tama, and you have Tonga.
Yes.
Right?
Mhm.
Tonga has one eye. Right?
I think Tonga. Side note: I think Tonga is the funniest guy they've got right now on the roster.
Tonga's got one eye.
I think it's hilarious. I don't think any of his stuff is legit, where he's like holding up a belt wrong and everything. I
Yeah,
think
that's
it's
hilarious.
all intentional.
That
I
was
think
good.
it's all
That was
intentional.
good. Yeah, when he pulled up the belt, it's like everyone was like, "Is his
Anyway,
eye
sorry,
messing
Cross.
up his Is his eye messing up his coordination?"
Right. So,
Anyway, sorry, Cross.
no, you're good. So he beat up the lackey and the would-be boss, right? But then here comes the enforcer, the guy who's there to protect the boss. Why wouldn't that person who was considered to be the strongest member of the group take him out? The same way Solo used to do for him,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of mind-boggling when you think about it. Now Solo's a chump and whatever, but
Yeah, well, you answered your own question.
But you get what I'm saying, right? Like the enforcer is that guy. He's their Arn Anderson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I 100% agree. Because also think of it this way, to where this is doing nothing also but elevating Jacob so far beyond.
True.
Yep.
True.
Because
It's building him.
Which he needs it. Which he deserves it. Not easy. He deserves it.
yeah,
He deserves
but also
that
just
build up.
because again he's now the guy that can be considered that he took down the tribal chief. Or
But at the
OTC,
same,
whatever you
but
want.
at the same time, doesn't it make it look?
Hold on.
Doesn't it make the doesn't it make the WWE champion look weak?
No, because
No,
he's not the
not at all.
WWE champion.
No, but does it make
Yeah.
Cody look weak in general?
Not at all. Not at all.
That he can't stand in the ring with any of them one week. Roman
Look, you're
comes
gonna-
back the next week and beats everybody up.
With that logic that you just said, let's go back to 2004. If with that logic, Eddie Guerrero dethroned Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. He lost the WWE Championship then to JBL. Does that make Brock Lesnar weak?
Well,
You know,
technically speaking, Eddie didn't beat Brock Lesnar. Goldberg beat Brock
beat Brock
Lesnar.
Lesnar.
So that's a bad example.
I don't think it's not a bad example at all because
It
you have
is-
a
it is a-
monster. You have a monster who dropped the title to a baby
smaller
face
guy.
who was the underdog.
Right.
Smaller guy who was the underdog, and then you had the champion then dropped to
But-
an up
but-
and coming heel.
But remember your theory. Cody beat Roman clean
Yes,
because all the interference was done with the people who were interfering. But now you're using an example where someone got interfered on in a match.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
I do, but I think the whole point is that just because you had that sort of finish, or I'm sorry, if you have someone take the title off of a monster champion, and then that monster champion gets beaten by somebody else or whatever, it doesn't make the champion look weak. Like, I don't think that logic fits in this because, okay, Jacob took down Roman. Oh, that makes Cody weak. Like, why are you throwing Cody's name in that?
Because Cody
beat the
gets
champion.
beat. Because Cody gets his ass handed to him every week. To them.
And now so,
Oh.
And then
now so
Roman
does Roman with Jacob around.
And
Dude,
And now so does
how
Roman with
many
Jacob around.
how many people beat up Hulk Hogan and he was still fucking champion like crazy?
Fuck
Good
Hulk
point.
Hogan.
Yeah, well.
In the words of the
yeah,
Iron
okay,
Sheik.
So how many people beat Goldberg and he was still champion?
I don't even know.
He
All I
got,
know,
he got beat up by Evolution a lot.
I mean,
in
Cody
03.
he
beat
deserved
Brock
it for going 173 and 0.
Hold on. Cody beat Brock Lesnar. You think Solo can
Yeah.
beat Brock Lesnar?
Oh shit, that's a good one. Roman
Do you think
almost
Jacob
couldn't
can
beat
beat Brock
Brock.
Lesnar?
Roman had to
Probably, but-
Roman had to use a tractor to beat Brock Lesnar.
No.
Wait, hold on. Thank
Hold
you,
on.
Cross. Now I have a.
Hold on. Roman has beaten Brock Lesnar clean by himself before.
Mhm.
Before the whole tribal chief thing.
Yeah.
On more
We're
than one
talking about the
occasion.
tribal
Yeah.
chief, though. We're not talking about Big Dog or when nobody liked Roman.
Ooh.
Yes. But so now this is gonna lead me into another great feud that I fear is gonna be a one and done. I fear. Well, technically it's not a one and done right now, but I guess it's gonna. It's evolving into a one and done.
Cool.
Gunther and Orton.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I understand why it needs to be done.
They're tying up a loose end after King of the Ring, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's great. And then also,
There's so
I
much
guess
time
they
in
could-
between.
Yeah,
well,
but
it's wrestling. It's bragging rights.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
you're right.
yeah, you couldn't do that. You couldn't do a rematch for a King of the Ring crown. You don't do that. So what better way to do it than to have them be the first feud after Gunther wins?
Well,
the
hold
title?
on. If you could put the Money in the Bank briefcase on the line, you could put your damn crown on the line. And that's been done before.
You got a point.
But think about it. Every time they've put the Money in the Bank briefcase on the line is because they've copped out the original winner.
Right, but you can still put the crown on the line. I'm just saying they could put the crown on the line.
But I don't think they've ever put the King of the Ring.
Well, they can still do it. I think it's just, I was just saying.
Like I think the only person that ever won King of the Ring, and this is no diss to him because I love him as a worker and as a talent. I think the only person that ever won King of the Ring, aside potentially from Baron Corbin, and it never benefited him at all. No, Billy Gunn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, that's right.
My name's Billy, and I just won King of the Ring, but everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck. Like,
I forgot he won.
Listen, I think the best King of the Ring winner will always be Owen Hart.
It meant more though back then.
It did.
The King of the Ring had more prestige to it then than it does now. And no matter how many years they keep in between whatever, I feel like back then it meant so much more.
Well, because they did it consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was every year.
It was every year, and then it also made Stone Cold. Like,
so what annoyed me is that the year Brock Lesnar was King of the Ring, they introduced you'll get a title shot at SummerSlam. Then they stopped that completely. And then this year they bring it back. So now you're going to keep doing that every year now?
Well, dude, like WWE changes the rules all the time. All the time. They just change their freaking rules.
Scripts. Stick to the scripts.
You remember the 30-day rule? Champ's got to defend his title?
Yeah, they got rid of that a long time ago.
They got rid of that a long, long time ago.
But if you bring in the money and you get hurt as champion, you get to keep your belt.
That's true.
Whereas if you're a woman or don't make money, they strip you.
It's very true, and that's so upsetting, right? Like I brought this up a while ago, and I was like, listen, like Becky got pregnant and she had to get rid of the title.
That's understandable.
I'm like, no, but still. No. Hear me out. Why couldn't she hold on to the title until she was ready to come back?
Because it was the pandemic era and they needed butts in the seats.
Listen, I'm just saying.
And on top of that, also maternity leave is a thing.
Yeah.
Well, was it a thing though for wrestlers back then? They didn't even get health insurance at certain times, Like, but I'm just saying.
That was pre 2020.
I'm just saying, give her the title, build up all the other wrestlers to have her to come when she's ready to come back. That's all I was saying. Because look, Roman has cancer. They let him hold the title and show up once every couple of months.
Yeah, but
right?
he was the draw.
Yeah, but
he was the draw after years of forcing a draw.
Right, but now he's the draw. Now it's natural.
I'm just saying, Becky. They could have done a little different.
I mean,
all right, fine. Not Becky then. What about Rhea? Rhea twisted her ankle and they made her freaking break her.
You didn't twist her ankle.
I know. I'm just saying.
Collarbone or shoulder.
Yeah, I'm just. They didn't know how long she was going to be out.
But
so what they should have done, what they should do, is honestly take a page out of AEW and just introduce an interim champion.
But I don't like that either.
No, I'm not a fan of interim champions.
No,
I don't like it either.
It'll work. It'll work if you play it correctly. AEW just did it because it's AEW, and it never worked out because even the interim champion ended up getting hurt.
Well, just think about WWE did do something like that. I mean, not a lot of people remember it because it was one pandemic era and two, it was NXT. But they did it with the cruiserweight title when it was Jordan Devlin and Santos Escobar. They were both cruiserweight champion because Jordan couldn't get into the country, right? And so they had him cut. So they had him cut promos all from Europe, where he's saying, keep having fun holding that replica belt. Be sure, soon I'll be coming back for the mantle. That's fantastic.
Which was done right.
That's a cool way to do it. Yes,
right, and it worked.
I don't remember that honestly. I gotta go back and check it out.
I love it.
Yeah, because during the pandemic,
NXT more, bro.
Yeah, I stopped. I didn't watch it especially during the pandemic. I watched it during Black and Gold, and then changed, and then
it was still Black and Gold during then. It was still Black and Gold during.
It was still Black. So then it was at the end. I don't know. I stopped watching it at a certain point.
Mm-hmm. But to go back to Gunther and Randy, I do also hope it's not a one-off. But no, I'm getting my GDP producer vibes up in here right now. Where
shout out to GDP.
It's the shout out to GBT TV always. Love you, dude. And by he I mean Randy. he kind of alluded to, and guys, please correct me if I'm wrong. I just want to make sure I'm not wrong.
You're
here.
wrong.
Did he probably? And I probably hope I am. But did he or did he not say that he's sticking around on Raw, or did he only say he's sticking around if he becomes champion?
If he becomes champion, I think.
I
thought he had said that Raw is his home again.
See, but I kind of wanted. I wanted to see Randy versus Cody.
That's
We
gonna
all
happen.
do.
That's gonna
the next
happen.
big feud.
I think Gunther and Randy are going to be a one and done. Randy's going to put Gunther over. Randy's going to take a little bit of a break. Randy's going to come back as a heel and go after Cody. I
think they're going to turn KO. I think they're going to turn KO.
They're going to turn KO. Well, he's got.
I think so. Yeah. You know what? No, I will agree with Cross.
He did hold the chair the other day, like he was holding, like he was about to hit Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
He's
poor
been
Cody,
kind of
man.
teasing a
I
little
love KO as a face, but I love him even more as a heel.
Well, he's not really like he's always a better. He's always been a great heel.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been a great heel,
which is fine. Well, because he knows how to play like the douchey heel to a team
very well.
But he's also a heel which kind of goes against being a heel. But it's awesome to see is that he fights. Like his character itself, he's always been like a brawler, and he'll still kick ass.
He makes bigger dudes, like he gives like us bigger guys like some like
us bigger guys,
us huskier fellas, some chance, some like well, we got a chance, like right, like I could do it too. I'll break a hip, but I could try.
I'm not even gonna try anymore.
If KO could do it, I could do it.
I'm past that age, bro.
That's right. You're turning 55 next month. That's right.
Damn right.
Oh my god. Sorry, that was funny.
All right, guys. So there we are. Episode 10 in the books. So to send off the show, give me your final hoorah, guys. Final hoorah. Where do you think this is ending up come Bash at Berlin?
Cross, go for it.
Bash at Berlin. I don't know. I need to see this next week's Raw to make a final judgment on Bash at Berlin.
That's a good way of putting it.
I need to see the direction that they're heading in because
it could be anything right now.
This is a filler pay-per-view, so I'm not putting too much hope into it.
Yeah. I don't see many title changes happening. If any.
If any.
Especially after the last one where we had 4 title changes, which we never see.
Right? So they're definitely not changing any titles.
Yeah.
So.
Chris?
I'm with Cross on it. I am a little excited about it because the European pay-per-views have been bangers, all of them.
Yep, that's true.
So I don't deny that Germany would also be a banger pay-per-view. I think it's going to be. It's just. I do feel like yes, it's been underhyped a lot, and that the only excitement for it really is the 2 world title matches.
True.
It's. Well, also I'm sorry, I should say 3. Because Liv and Rhea are having their rematch.
Oh, right.
I think also with Punk now and Drew doing that strap match, I think that adds a little bit more to it. Again, I don't know. I'm actually not kind of. I'm actually with Cross on it where I need to see Raw and SmackDown next week to lead up to it.
Yeah, it's at Bash in Berlin's like 2 weeks, right?
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday. All right. So then next week we'll find out the more definite card or where everything's going to be going, and we'll do our predictions like we always do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, guys. That's episode. He's going more. He's going more. All right, go.
Hold on.
Final
but you do realize that this Saturday is all in Wembley.
It is.
Is it this Saturday? I thought it was next Saturday.
But you know when the last time I watched AEW
Saturday.
was? It was a long time ago. I haven't watched AEW in a minute.
Yep, the 25th.
But I do like what what's his name did to the TNT title.
Jack Perry.
Yes.
Jungle Boy.
I love
Did you see his Instagram reel?
Yeah, how he actually made it. Yeah. I was like, yo, that's dope. I want it. I want a copy of that. That replica is a dope replica.
It is. I've gotten to hold the Brody version, the red strap version.
Yeah.
And I've got to do a review on it. And
That's right. You did do it.
Cross, I know you're not much of a belt collector like myself and Champ are, but
I mean, I got some belts in the closet. I got one behind me.
Display him a bit more. You got to display him a bit more. Get with the program.
Get him out.
Yo, I got like 1,000 figures in the closet and on the wall and on my bed and over my head and on that wall and over there in the corner.
Well, maybe it's time for a little redecorating.
I got nowhere for belts.
But I will say,
Put them on the roof, on the
TNT
ceiling.
replica, for that TNT replica, if anyone ever gets to hold it, that strap, it is pleather, but it is one of the most flexible straps that are in the replica game out there. I'm telling you, when I took it and I held it up sideways, that strap, without the gold tip on it, just went.
So what kills me about AEW though, the titles are so expensive. The replicas are like $750 plus.
Well, have you? No.
I know they're high quality. I've held them. I've seen them. I've seen the AEW title. Seen the tag team title. They are very high quality, and I'm not gonna take that away. Mm-hmm. But like, man, like the Undisputed is crazy high quality too, and it's still $550 compared to
that it is. That it is. Well, wait, hold on. Which Undisputed?
I would say both of them.
The OG one?
They're both pretty high quality. Well, I was talking about the new Undisputed.
Yes, so that one definitely so. But I will say, after last night, because now I got to officially see the metal replica. I'd only seen the commemorative. When I saw the metal replica of the World Heavyweight Championship, holy crap!
I think that's big. I've seen that.
That takes the cake for the most detailed quality replica you can get on the
Wait till you see though the new tag team championships. The Raw one, the one that looks like a plate.
The World Tag.
The dual plate, the dual plate on that. Dark Loku put out a video of it, and I was just in awe. Shout out to Dark Loku.
He did. It's fantastic. And then he's also on TikTok. You can follow him on Dark Loku as well on TikTok. He does sometimes pop up lives.
Yeah,
on his TikTok,
and he shows his belts.
And he showed the World Tag title on there, and I'm
like, I want it.
Flabbergasted.
Yeah, it's like instantly got on my list.
Yeah.
But
no, it's definitely something that. But I mean, the quality of the replicas are outrageous nowadays.
Sure as hell beats the days of 2 millimeter or 1 millimeter slap plates.
Listen,
I love my 2 millimeters, man.
Don't diss my baby right there. Don't diss my baby right there.
My baby's right behind me somewhere. The same exact one. It's right over here. Can't see it.
Don't diss my baby right here. All right.
You belt guys and your toys.
But all right, guys.
You lost guys with your actual toys behind
He's got toys behind him.
That's why I said what I said.
All right, guys, you know where to hear us. We are on all streaming platforms. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple Podcasts. We are on literally everything. Go check us out on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Everywhere. I'm your host, Mike Gambino. I'm here with your boy, Cross 718, Cross, Mike Perez, whatever he wants to go by today, and the... What do you want to call me? Prodigy? Your prodigal son? What do you call him?
He's my protege, but he is the prodigal son.
He gets so angry.
I'll accept it.
All right, guys.
Prodigal son.
And just
we could call you the prototype.
Ooh. Think about that one. I'm gonna end this note as GDP always. Nah. All right, go.
Hold on.
All right, go.
Cut that part out. Put it as a poll on the socials.
Oh, we will. Check out the socials. We're gonna put it as a poll. But as GDP always says, until we yeet again.
Bye-bye.
Later, guys.